Vibrational, divine love, and very harmonious blessings and ingredients to each and every single one of you, beautiful souls out there. Thank you for joining us on Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live, being brought to you by Tucker Bearden, and also Limitless Digital Media, Curtis Higgons, Network of Influencers, Manny Lopez, Shift Advanced Life Design Magazine by Robert Garcia, the app Embracing Capability. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is again Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live, being brought to you by Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. And we are so grateful to Mr. Tucker Bearden for giving us the opportunity to host on his page. And again, welcome everybody to Samadhi, to Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live by Samadhi, where it's not about positivity, it's not about negativity, it's about authenticity, it's about genuineness, it's about realness, it's about rawness, it's about you. It's about you. And here at Samadhi, we want to invite you, we want to remind you to be who you are. For you, the true you, to come out and play and enjoy life. And today's message is about being present. Being present, because the month of May is about mayi. The subject on our page is mayi. So, are you allowing yourself to be you? Or are you waiting for for someone or something to give you permission to be you? Or, on the contrary, are you giving yourself permission to be you? So today's topic is really about may I be present. So again, if this is your first time hearing Samadhi, let us just remind you that the month of January was a month of foundation. The month of February was unconditional love. The month of March was a month of miracles. The month of April was a month of allowing by letting go. And the 5th month, which is where we're in now, May. And I looked up the definition of May, and there was 2 definitions that really stood out. It was possibilities and permission. When we give ourselves permission to be more, to live more, we experience infinite possibilities that we wouldn't experience if we waited for others to give us permission, if we waited for others to show up. Why not show up now? Why not show up today? Why not show in? Because that's truly how to show up. Show in to show up. And we have Rob Morgan with us today. Rob Morgan, hello brother. He says hello. He says life, be present with life. And that's beautiful because that's what it's all about. And before we begin, let's take a moment to give ourselves the permission to be present. Let's give ourselves permission to be present. Because as entrepreneurs, we take things way too personally. We are overworked and overly stressed trying to make things happen. Instead of trusting the process, going within ourselves, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning, 5 and 10 minutes at night. But take the time to be more present with yourself. Because it's already being scientifically and physiologically proven that when we are overly stressed, all we do is we access that older, more limited thinking. And when we give ourselves more permission to be present, to be more at peace, to be more in the moment, we access creativity, we access intuition, we access faculties, and we're restructuring our minds to access areas of our minds that we haven't been able to access for generations. So literally we are being the generational transformation for our children's children's children. That's what we're doing now, and that's what Samadhi is really desiring to bring out into this reality, because we know how much it's transformed our lives, and we want you guys to have that same opportunity and that same blessing. So Rob Morgan says, allow things to happen. Don't make it so overwhelming to where it doesn't happen. Beautifully said, because that is so true. How many times are we trying to make things happen and we keep going around in circles when really it was about just relaxing. And even I've talked to different entrepreneurs, and they tell me, and even other people, you know, with regular jobs and stuff, that they say, I'm just too busy. I don't got time to meditate. I don't got time to breathe. I don't got time to be still. And really, if you don't give yourself the time to be present, if you don't give the time to yourself to be still, then really you're cheating yourself out of a more bountiful, present, enriched life. Because riches are not just what we achieve on the outside. Riches are what we harness and we unfold and we unravel like a present, like we open our present in this world from the inside out. So it's like if you get a present for Christmas and you have these presents laid out before you, but you don't take the time to open them. And you just go on with your day-to-day life. You don't know the things that you're missing. You don't know the things that are in those gifts that are really going to be tools and gifts to you that are going to help you in your day-to-day life. So I love that you shared that, Rob. So true.
So again,
let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to breathe.
Yes, if you guys notice, if you just joined us, this is Michael and Ali with Samadhi here in Yuma, Arizona. And Michael just gets into the flow and he says we're going to breathe, but he's on it already. So let's go ahead and breathe.
Take a moment to just take a deep, aware breath of presence, of this moment. And if this is your first time breathing with us, just relax. The more you can relax into it and trust the process, doesn't matter how many thoughts come up, just bring your awareness back to the breath. Appreciate whatever's coming up. Don't judge it. Appreciate it. Whatever it is, don't judge it. Appreciate the thought. Bring your awareness back to the breath, and in the breath, follow it to the center. Follow it, and you'll start experiencing peace that you've always been waiting for. You'll experience inner joy that you've always been desiring. You'll awaken your inner truth that no one can tell you or has the right to tell you. No one knows your truth but you. No one knows you better than you. So allow you to come forth. Allow you to reveal you to yourself. And just sit with yourself for a moment. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And what a beautiful gift that you gave yourself and you joined us. Thank you for joining us in this collective experience of being present. Because it is a beautiful, beautiful thing when we come together and we're present together. That's when we can really enjoy a deeper connection, a deeper communicative essence within ourselves. Because when do we truly see each other if we're not truly present with each other? Because we may think we know someone, but if we're not truly present with someone, do we really know them? Or do we just assume that we know someone? Do we assume that we know something? Like even in our experiences in life. Do we really know what's going on? Or are we so stuck in the head that we are assuming, which I'm going to be very blunt because I'm going to be a little bit derogatory, but this is what Alice has just more recently revealed to me, that assume has a great definition that can awaken you. When we assume,
just break down the word.
we make an ass out of you and me. So when we assume, we're making asses of ourselves and the people around us because we're not being truly present. And if I offended anyone, I apologize, but that's just a powerful definition when we assume things, when we judge things, when we live in expectations instead of just being fully present and enjoying and appreciating that person, that circumstance, that event, or that experience that we are experiencing. So are we allowing ourselves to be truly present, or are we looking for excuses, finding excuses on why we are not able to be present? So, Ali?
My turn? I guess I need to be present now. Usually when Michael is sharing and on fire, I'm over here letting some of our viewers know that we are on live. That's how we work as a team. But my favorite part of this being present, it's a very, very deep one for me, because how many times do we pretend we are present by just nodding at someone or saying, yeah, okay, yes, sure. And then you don't even realize what you got yourself into.
I've done that many times.
And so that's just in your common day-to-day function, which is normal. You know, we do it. But what about being present more than anything and more than anywhere with your connection with self? Being present, like Michael says, no one knows you better than yourself, but sometimes do we really even know ourselves? Because those expectations that we have on others to understand us, to know us, or we expect them to know what we're thinking, because we have the ideas and we think other people are going to be able to read minds or something like that. But how about getting to know yourself? What we remind people here at Samadhi is love yourself. Be connected and go within in meditation. And when we say love yourself, it's because we know that you can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself.
Yes.
But what about being present with yourself? Being genuinely very transparent with yourself. And the more you get to know you, it'll be easier to get along with others. Because when you know yourself, nothing will make you waver. You will stand firm.
Say that again.
When you really know yourself, when you spend time with yourself and you realize, you come into that realization of what pushes your buttons or what you like or don't like, etc., right? You're able to have better relationships with others because you won't waver as easily. When somebody else criticizes you or judges you, but you know your truth and you are confident in who you are, you won't allow it to break you. You won't allow it to bring any kind of pain to you. So in order for us to get to know other people and feel like people who are very, have a lot of empathy and so forth, won't be able to really practice that if they don't have it for themselves.
Yeah.
And if they don't go and be present with themselves. And it sounds so cliche, and it sounds like you probably have heard this many, many, many times when people say, well, get to know yourself. But I'm really talking at a deeper level. I mean, really, really be transparent with yourself and say, I want to spend time with me.
Yes.
And I want to be present with me. So that way you practice, and by the time you are in any kind of a relationship, friendship, business, relationship, etc., then you can totally, truly be more present. When somebody else is hurting, or someone else is angry, or someone else is going through a tough time in their business, in their personal world, you'll be able to be a better listener. Because you're not trying to work from your ego to answer right away, or to try and guess what the other person's going to say. You sit there quietly, and since you already know where you stand, whatever that person is going through isn't going to bring you to anger, to frustration, to sadness. You just sit there patiently and listen to that friend or that person, and then you'll be able to respond with a more calm state of mind.
Yes.
That's just the way I see it. But does it happen like that ideally? No. Do we do it automatically? No. That's why we say the breath is very important. That we breathe, that we...
talking about breathing, I need to let go.
That we breathe before we speak.
Yes.
And sometimes we're in a big hurry, and that's okay. You know, if we're in a big hurry, do what you got to do. If there's ever doubt, empower yourself. If there's ever any doubt, one thing that really works is just stay quiet. It's better to stay quiet.
Depending on the frequency, because if you're staying quiet out of fear, you're not helping yourself.
No, but in the moment,
Because
like I
there is
said,
a polarity to everything.
yeah, but in the moment, like I said, if you're in a hurry, I'm talking to the entrepreneurs who are running 100 miles per hour and they're wear many different hats because they have many different sources of income and so forth. If you're in a big hurry through life, through your day, and you're not sure if you're going to be kind or if you're going to snap because you're in such a frustrated state, just be quiet for a moment.
Yes.
It's better to be quiet and then have to explain why you were quiet than try and eat your words back. You can't take them back once they spew out. So it's better to just stay quiet and breathe. Practice your breathing. So.
Thank you, Ellie, for sharing that. Another thing I want to share is what Ellie said is very, very key. Because how much energy do we waste, do we spend, assuming, or another word that a lot of people don't like is judging. Because in this reality, we all judge. That's just what this reality is based on. Judgment is not a bad word. It could be used as another word is observation. When we observe, like we judge our distances when we're at a stop sign, and our feet measure the pressure of how to apply to that pedal. So we're judging distance, we're judging the speed, we're judging time. So we're always judging, but we can take that same factor and also talk about that when we're present, we let go of judging. How much energy do we do in judging? So many things. Instead of, which I know that we gotta be mindful of certain things, but what I'm saying is, when you're more present with yourself, because in reality, it's just a reflection of the judgment we have on ourselves. The less that we judge ourselves, the less that we're going to judge other people. The less we're going to judge other circumstances. So when we can take the time to really have that conversation with ourselves, to really cultivate that relationship with ourselves, the less we're going to depend on others and experiences. Because not everything is going to go our way. See, being present is an act of surrender, an act of letting go of trying to control the uncontrollable. Yes, we can manifest our reality. We can manifest the life that we desire by design. This is very, very true. But it's not in the sense of what we've been told. It's not manifesting the life that you want by force. It's manifesting the life that you want by design, by letting go of controlling the external and controlling what we came here to control, which is our internal relationship with ourselves. How am I thinking? How am I reacting? Which we call emotions. Our mental reactions. Am I reacting the same way? Or am I reacting differently? So, for example, if I used to get angry a lot at certain things, am I still finding excuses to be angry? Or am I finding the truth within myself that I can master the anger? That I can make friends with my enemy that appears to be my enemy, which is the anger, the sadness, the ignorance, the confusion, the guilt, the resentment. Because if I fight these things, we have a lot of students come to us and they say, you know, I've been to counselors, I've been to therapists, I've been to all these different things, and no judgment on you guys, thank you for your work. We're just doing the best that we can in every moment that we do it. However, when we have our students come and tell us this, the only thing that we do is reflect to our students is we reflect a mirror of awareness. So we turn everything back on them. And the thing about it is this, when you can become your greatest guru, your greatest guide, your greatest teacher, there's a sense of freedom that comes in that. That no longer is dependent on what others say, believe, do, or think. So the more you can become more present within yourself, the more you can take the time to cultivate this beautiful relationship, because all of us deserve this beautiful relationship that we call life with ourselves. But if we're waiting for someone or something to show up, we're never going to be truly happy, because we're going to be dependent on external circumstances. So we each have this beautiful opportunity to open up the gift, which is being present in every moment. It takes practice. It takes diligence. It takes resilience. It takes work. It takes persistence. It takes determination. It takes focus. It takes attention, because attention is energy in motion. So, are we practicing being more present? Because if we're not, we're always going to feel like we're cheated in life. And no matter what we do, no matter what we accomplish, if we're missing being present, life is going to humble us. Because the reason why life is humbling us, because it's speaking to us, hey, remember me? Do you remember me? I'm here. I'm your best friend. I'm your greatest ally. I'm here for you. And it's showing up in every moment as life. The heartbeat. The heart is beating every moment, loving you. But if we're trying to gain our worthiness, gain our greatness, prove to others who we want them to think we are, we're always going to be robbing our own self from that place of presence that is going to reveal all that we've been searching for. So, I know you guys probably heard this quote again, but I'm going to repeat it. It's by Rumi. What you're looking for, or what you're searching for, is the thing looking. So you are searching yourself, but if you search it in others, then you're always going to be searching. You're never going to be uncovering. You're never going to be revealing. You're never going to be unfolding to the depth of who you truly are. So the message today was really simple and really sweet and really short, but really profound, is may I be present. So I know we got responsibilities. I know we got things we got to do, but don't let those responsibilities, don't let those activities only rob you of being present. Because you can be present in your activities. You can be present in your responsibilities. But if you give only weight to your activities and your responsibilities, then you're going to lose the presence within yourself, and the weight of the checks and balances within yourself is going to be off kilter, is going to be off balance. And then you're going to wonder why you're not happy. You're going to wonder why no matter what you do, you don't feel fulfilled. You're going to wonder why no matter what you help so many, you still feel cheated. And the thing about it is, continue to help people, but put yourself number one priority. Because in putting yourself number one priority, you don't take away from anyone. That's nonsense. That's ridiculous. This is why I'm able to show up every day. This is why Ali is able to show up every day. Because we do our work first and foremost in the morning. And I'm not looking to get, yay, congratulations. I don't need that. And a lot of people, you know, they'll look for that. And only that. And the thing about it is, does it feel good when someone congratulates you? Yeah. But it's not a dependency. Because every morning I wake up and I say, I love my life. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my students. I love my world. I love everything. I love myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm giving you a secret of a formula.
You know.
That when I said this in the beginning, it was like, I love my life. It was like saying it, but I couldn't feel it. But stay diligent. Stay true. Fake it till you make it is what worked for me. So just keep on. Keep on. And you're chipping that concrete. You're chipping that concrete. Because there's a lot of layers and masks of concrete of what we think, of what we think we gotta be, of what we think we gotta act, of what we think we gotta say. When really, when you chip at that concrete and you just put yourself first, you're gonna break those layers. You're gonna break those layers until you discover more and more of who you are. And the more you discover who you are, as you become more present, the more you're going to gain this resilience, the more you're going to gain this strength. Because, trust me, we know how it feels like to be told no everywhere we go. Everybody just didn't start saying yes just out of the blue. A lot of people thought we were crazy. And you're not on the camera, love.
I know I'm giving you your space here because
a lot
I'm
of people
trying
thought,
to say something.
A lot of people thought we were crazy. And if we depended on what other people said, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. And so many people are starting to really come forth and say, wow, I appreciate your guys' videos. I appreciate what you guys are doing. But it took time. It took dedication. Any profession, any person that achieves anything will tell you the road to success is not all roses. I seen a picture of a ballet dancer, and one foot, it's just a picture of a foot. One foot is pristine. and how they stand on their tiptoes. And another foot is full of bandages and gauze and all this stuff covering those wounds and those bruises that come from practice, because it hurts in the beginning. So anybody that's ever succeeded, and I'm sure Rob Morgan can say this because we've talked with him, is that anybody that is mastering anything will tell you in the beginning it's not easy, but you just stay consistent, you just stay true, and there's a great muscle that we can build. And this is the main thing we're here to build, guys and girls, beautiful souls, is the main muscle we're here to build, because we already are in these physical bodies. There's no doubt I'm a physical being. There's no doubt. I cannot doubt I'm a physical being. But the main muscle I'm here to build and remember is the soul's muscle. Is to be present, is to remember who and what I am. So when I show up in my why, it's very powerful and it's not dependent on what people say, do, or think. So whenever I build more of my presence, being present in this now, being present more in the moment, the more stronger, the more resilient, the more focused, the more dedicated, the more brilliant, the more luminous, the more impactful you're going to be. So Rob says, who does truly know themselves? You must work at that every day. Exactly. Because even when we say we know someone, do we really know them? If we don't even take the time to know ourselves, how can we say we know someone else?
So, from everything that Michael said, I'm going to do my best to catch up, because I had something I wanted to chime in about a paragraph ago when he said so beautifully, if you are not humble, life will humble you. And I always give kudos to Tucker because of the title that he gave his, what he does, the passion of staying humble, hustle hard. Do not allow that hustle to take away that humbleness. Do not allow yourself to get clouded and not be present because you're so eager to excel and to be perfect or to do things a certain way that you forget your humbleness.
Yes.
So in being present, just remember that. It's all good. It really is all good. Just being able to breathe, it's good. Just being able to be here every day when you wake up, open your eyes, like one more day, one more chance, another day to enjoy, maybe another day to mess it up and say, okay, what did I learn today? Every day brings something great. It's up to you the way you want to see it. If it's chaos and you want to keep it as chaos, then call it chaos, or transform it and say, you know what, this is a lesson, and be present. If you're present, you're going to be able to see the lessons in everything, good, bad, or indifferent. So stay humble. More than anything, that humbleness will, at the end, serve. Because otherwise, Michael said it very clearly, if you don't stay humble...
And I know that from personal experience.
Yeah. So, that's our message.
And keep it simple, guys. I mean, just start by breathing. Just start by breathing, because in the breath, you'll gain more strength to be present. So it's baby steps, guys. Rob Morgan says, who loves me? Laugh out loud. Only me. We love you, Morgan. But you know what? That's brilliant, because Rob Morgan loves himself. And that is a powerful place to be, because we live in a society that, come on guys, this is controversial corner. We're gonna say it like it is, okay? People might not like to hear it, might make them feel uncomfortable, but you know, if we don't talk about it, we're not gonna grow. So we live in a paradigm that we're breaking through. So I'm very grateful to be living in this time, because things seem like they're falling apart, but really they're just coming together beautifully. And the thing about it is that we live in a world where putting yourself first is looked down upon. You're selfish. You're conceited. You think you're better than someone. And we can get caught up in that thinking, but there's nothing wrong with putting yourself first to uplift others. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first to reflect the possibilities, the capabilities, the gifts, the talents, and the blessings that others have within themselves. So if I think I'm better than someone, and I don't share that with anyone, I would say that's the old paradigm, what it meant. But if I'm unfolding my greatness that we all have the permission, the birthright, the opportunity to unfold, that when I come into my truth and I bring more of my greatness, but I do it to uplift others. I've said this before, and I said it on James Merrifield's live, that have you ever seen those guys that go out on the street and they're just tossing dollars? Like they got $10 bills, $20 bills, $100 bills, and they're just like tossing dollars so people can pick them up, and it's like they've got millions of dollars and they just want to give their money away, right? So they're just tossing money. So basically, when you experience your greatness, you're basically doing this, not even the same thing. You're basically doing something even greater, because money comes and goes. Money is not even money. It's just a piece of paper that we give belief to, and we believe it's a form of currency. So even then, it's something that we use as a tool to see and comprehend value. But it's not really the truth of what value is. So when we step into our greatness, and we own that, and we reflect that and share that with others, that's like giving $1 million bills. $1 million bills. Here's your millions. Here's your millions. You're a millionaire. You're a billionaire. Own it. Look at me. You see what's great in me? You see what you love in me? That's possible for you. Let me help you. Let me show you. Let me give you some techniques. Let me give you some words of wisdom. Let me beam bigger. Let me beam that presence of wisdom without even saying a word, that you're watching my example, that you're going to be affected by just me being there with you. And as we're connected, every time I do my work, you're being affected. So this is also when we give ourselves that permission on an unconscious level, we're affecting our reality. So talk about sharing your riches with the world. This is where we term the word, and I'm going to put it up here, is we are, you ready for this, guys? Whoops, it's not typing. Here we go. We are all vibrillionaires. We talk about dollars and cents, and yeah, we know we need to, use that in this world, in this current reality that we're in. But what about the inner riches? How many of us invest to bring out those inner riches inside of us? And that's why I term the word vibrillionaires. Trademark or whatever. Okay? So the word vibrillionaires. How many of us step into our vibrilliance? Because we focus on external, value that we forget. And we put aside our true inner value. So how many of us are forgetting that? And by you bringing your true value, you give permission and you reflect the opportunity for others to value themselves on another level. So, are you being present? Are you bringing the fullness, the richness, and the immenseness of who you are? Are you allowing the world to numb you, to dumb you down, to cause you to fall into ignorance of who you truly are? Because ignorance does not mean you're dumb. So just for those that don't know, ignorance means that it's inside of you. But if you don't take the time to put the work in, you're never going to realize who you and what you are. So, awaken the vibrillance within you guys, because each and every single one of you are rich. Trust me, if you knew our story, you would know that if we can do it, you can do it. And that's our message with the world. If we can do it, you can do it.
Just remember that key factor. Stay humble and then hustle hard. You have to have one with the other.
I'm getting used to the StreamYard, guys. If we can do it, you can do it. What you see in us is what you're capable of. And even more. We haven't even touched the surface. We haven't even speckled the truth of our truth. We are barely starting to tap into it. So even the greatness that you are coming into, multiply that 1 billion times. on top of 1 billion. Because we are so phenomenally divine, pure, and great that that's the work. That we must surrender all that we think we need to attain. And it's not just reading a book, guys. It's not just going to seminars. Because, trust me, I've been on the path of reading, memorizing, going to spiritual workshops, spiritual schools, going to business workshops, all these different things. And yes, I'm learning how to do the business through my lovely wife and other people that we've come in contact with. But on a spiritual level, I can tell you from personal experience, what good would it do to gain the physical awareness of business and know how to do business if I was still angry, if I was still on a short leash, if I would still explode?
A short fuse.
A short fuse.
Because I don't have you on a leash.
You know, no, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself.
I know, sweetheart, but just
So,
to make sure.
I've come a long way, guys. The anger that I used to deal with would be weeks. I'd be angry for weeks. And over little things. Little things. But here's the thing. When you become more present, you take something small. Because you see, we do this all the time. We take something small and we make it big to destroy us. But when you become more present, you take something small, which is really, really not small. But you take something small, like little moments of your day, and you make them huge. Right? Okay. You make them enormously huge. So do what you're doing now, and stop making something small that doesn't serve you into something big, and take something small that serves you and make it big. Give yourself permission to be the greatest version of you. And don't shy away from showing how great you are with the people around you, because they need that reminding. And uplift them, serve them, pull them vibrationally to where you are. Don't judge by what you see. Know that behind what you see, there's a soul that is remembering who they are by you remembering who you are. Be more present in life.
It takes patience, but it can be done. Just use that humbleness, that patience, and you will eventually get to the point where you get to know yourself a little better. Be present with those around you, be present with your loved ones, and enjoy every day. Enjoy every moment.
Sign up for our classes. If you enjoyed these videos, share our videos. Sign up for our classes if you desire to truly experience more presence within you. Because even telling you to be more present, it just fills the head with knowledge. But when you know how the brain works, and you know how the heart and the mind are designed to be coherent with each other, and you can awaken these processes within yourself, you're going to align with the flow of life instead of struggling to try to make it happen. Try to make yourself be present. Because the mind is the thing that, it's not against us, but it robs us from being present because it is so designed to be stuck and think in this reality. So, give yourself the gift and sign up for our classes.
Ciao, ciao.
Because it's really about you. So give yourself permission to be you. Be more. Be. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rob, for joining us. Thank you, everyone who joined us live here today. Thank you to Rick Royal, Zayani RS, Liz Daigle, Blanchard, Warren Scott Kiesling, Isabel Ceniceros, Ivan Hermans, Zayani RS Cristiana, Nolan Hodges, Carol Joy Bennett, Sammy Nunez, Christian Eduardo, Carol Green, Richie Martin, Carla Michelle Holmes, Rebecca Grace Arce, Sean B. Laurie, Becky Williams, Martha Patricia Bernal Garcia. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please share, share, share. If this touched your heart in any way, give back to someone you love. Whoever comes to mind right now in this moment, share with them, because that's your heart guiding you of who, without you thinking, can benefit from these videos, because you don't know what someone is going through. You don't know if this is the exact message that they need to hear today. Rick Royal, thank you so much. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you again Friday. So remember, on our Samadhi page, we're live Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m. And Wednesdays, we do Tucker's Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live. I'm shifting. Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live, presented by Samadhi on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. So thank you everyone for joining us. If we're a little bit behind schedule, to just be patient. We'll tune in at that time. Okay? So blessings, blessings, blessings. Rob Morgan says, you're never better than yourself. Exactly, brother. Well put.
Thank you, Rob.
Because we're always doing the best we can in every moment. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob, for joining us. Thank you for commenting. Blessings, each and every single one of you. We love you. We gotta go. We gotta go be present with our lives. So, do us a favor by doing yourself a favor. Because the gift of being present, you gift vibrationally to us, and we give vibrationally to you. And when we align to do the work together, our work affects each other. So as you grow, we grow. As we grow, you grow. As we unfold, you unfold. As you unfold, we unfold. As we remember, you remember. As you remember, we remember. And we're in this together, guys. Let's do this. Rob says, yes, be truly happy with yourself, with or without money. Then you're truly rich in life. Yes! Beautifully, I'm going to repeat that
Don't
again.
get started again, Rob.
Yes. Be truly happy with yourself, with or without money. Then you're truly rich in life. Yes. And on another level, when you are good with yourself, because we're experiencing this, the students have come. More people are coming. The riches are showing up. Because when we value the richness within ourselves, independent of the riches outside, by letting go, we attract and allow more. So beautifully, beautifully put, Rob. And that is the gift of being present. It's a total ultimate surrender. And for those that are religious, it is the true act of faith. The greatest act of faith is being present fully in the now, accepting everything as it is, that I'm not here to change it, but I'm here to transform my relationship with myself, and then therefore, faith in the inner will transform the outer. So, blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you each and every single one of you. May you have a beautiful, blessed, amazing, harmonious, more present day. This is Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom, presenting Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live. Shout outs to Tucker Bearden. Much love, and much love to you all. Thank you for joining us. Namaste. Oh shoot, I'm shifting. Wow. Blessings everyone, thank you for joining us.